What's up, everyone? Jesse here, coming at you live from the beautiful Philippines. Now, living in paradise with my amazing Filipina fiancé is, well, pretty much paradise. But let's be real, every relationship, especially a cross-cultural one, has its spicy moments. You know what I'm talking about. Those conversations that start out fine and suddenly feel like you're trying to disarm a bomb with a pair of chopsticks. Topics like money, family expectations, or even just deciding what's for dinner can escalate faster than a jeepney in rush hour traffic. My fiancé and I realized pretty quickly that we needed a game plan, a playbook, if you will, to handle these hot topics without melting down. And today, I want to share that playbook with you. This isn't about avoiding tough conversations. It's about having them in a way that actually strengthens your relationship instead of threatening it. So, if you've ever found yourself in a conversational minefield with your partner, stick around. We're about to create some simple, effective rules that will keep the love front and center, even when you disagree. First things first, you need to build your playbook together. This isn't a Jesse-dictated manifesto, it's a team effort. Sit down with your partner when you're both calm and happy, maybe over some coffee or a plate of sinigang. The goal is to agree on a set of rules for engagement. Before, you're in the heat of the moment. Think of it like setting the rules for a basketball game before it starts. You wouldn't just start playing and hope everyone agrees on what a foul is, right? That's a recipe for chaos. The first rule in our playbook is the traffic light system. It's simple, visual, and it works. Green means go. These are the easy topics. What movie should we watch? Did you see that cute dog? Green light all the way. We can talk about these anytime, anywhere. Yellow means proceed with caution. These are the potentially tricky subjects. Maybe it's a minor disagreement about weekend plans or a discussion about a future purchase. For yellow topics, we have a rule. We only discuss them when we're both well-rested, fed, and not distracted. Trying to talk about next year's budget when someone is hangry and just got home from work? That's a guaranteed disaster. Then there's the red light. Red means stop. Park this for later. These are the big ones, the hot topics that carry a lot of emotional weight. For us, this might be a deep dive into finances, in-law dynamics, or major life decisions. When a topic is declared red, it means we immediately stop the conversation. No last words, no parting shots. It's an absolute ceasefire. Why? Because when emotions are running high, you're not problem-solving. You're just fighting. Your brain's logic center has basically checked out and gone on vacation. Continuing the conversation at that point is like pouring gasoline on a fire. It's not productive, and it's almost always damaging. So, what do you do with those big, scary, red light topics? You can't just ignore them forever. That's where the second part of our playbook comes in, the parking lot. When a conversation gets a red light, we literally write it down on a notepad we keep on the fridge and park it. This simple act is incredibly powerful. It validates the concern. It says, I hear you, this is important, and we will talk about it. But it also gives you both space to cool down and de-escalate. You're not abandoning the issue. You're just scheduling it for a better time. This prevents those important but difficult conversations from getting swept under the rug, where they can fester and grow into much bigger problems. Knowing the topic is safely in the parking lot removes the anxiety that it will be forgotten. It takes the pressure off the immediate moment. You can both take a breath, maybe go for a walk, or just do something else together to reconnect. You trust the system. You trust each other. You know you'll come back to it. This step is crucial because it separates the issue from the emotion of the moment. The issue can wait. Your emotional well-being and the health of your relationship can't. So, when things get too hot, call a red light, park it, and give each other a hug. Now, that parking lot can't just be a graveyard for difficult conversations. If you just park things and never come back to them, you're not solving anything. That's why the final and most important piece of our playbook is the weekly sync. This is a scheduled, non-negotiable meeting every single week. For us, it's Sunday afternoons. We put our phones away, make some tea, and we sit down together for about 30 to 60 minutes. This is our dedicated time to be CEO and COO of Us Incorporated. During this sync, we do 3 things. First, we check in on each other. How are you really doing? What was the best part of your week? What was the most challenging? This builds emotional intimacy. Second, we look at the week ahead. We sync our calendars, plan our dates, and make sure we're on the same page logistically. This prevents a lot of small arguments before they even start. And third, we look at the parking lot. We review the topics we parked during the week. Now, in a calm, scheduled, and safe environment, we can tackle 1 or 2 of those red light issues. Because we're not emotional, we can approach the problem as a team. It's not me versus her, it's us versus the problem. We can listen better, we can empathize more, and we can actually find solutions. Sometimes we solve it right there. Other times, we decide we need more information or more time to think, and we agree to revisit it at the next weekly sync. The point is, we are intentionally and consistently working on our relationship. This weekly meeting has been an absolute game changer. It's the engine that makes the whole playbook work. It ensures that communication is proactive, not just reactive. Let's recap the playbook. It's a 3-part system. Part 1. The traffic light. Green for easy stuff, yellow for proceed with caution, and red to immediately stop a heated conversation. This prevents emotional blow-ups. Part 2. The parking lot. When you hit a red light, you write the topic down and park it. This validates the issue without escalating the fight, giving you both space to cool down. And Part 3. The weekly sync. A scheduled, protected time each week to connect emotionally, plan your life together, and calmly tackle the issues from your parking lot as a team. This system isn't magic. It takes discipline and commitment from both partners. There will be times when one of you wants to push through a red light. There will be times when you're tempted to skip the weekly sync. Don't. Sticking to the plan is how you build trust. Trust in the process and, more importantly, trust in each other. You're building a shared language for navigating conflict. You're creating a safe space where any topic can eventually be discussed without fear of the relationship imploding. For my fellow foreigners here in the Philippines, or in any cross-cultural relationship, this kind of structure is even more vital. We often come from different communication styles. What might be considered direct and honest in my culture could be perceived as harsh or disrespectful in my fiancé's culture. This playbook creates a neutral framework that transcends those cultural differences. It's our way of communicating, a unique culture we build together. It replaces confusion with clarity and conflict with collaboration. It prioritizes respect and love above all else. So, I challenge you and your partner to try it. Sit down together this week, when you're both in a great mood. Talk about this idea. What would your traffic light system look like? Where will you put your parking lot? When can you schedule your weekly sync? Make it your own. Customize it. The goal isn't to follow my exact rules, but to create rules that work for your relationship. This isn't about restricting yourselves. It's about creating freedom. The freedom to talk about anything because you have a safe and effective way to do it. It's one of the best investments you can make in your future together. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope this playbook helps you build an even stronger and more loving connection with your partner. It's certainly done wonders for us. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you want more tips on navigating cross-cultural relationships and life here in the Philippines, make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Leave a comment below and let me know what strategies you and your partner use to handle hot topics. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care and keep the love first.